Good morning students. In this video we will discuss about another interspecific interaction, that is commensalism. What is commensalism? It is an interaction between two individuals of different species in which one individual is beneficial, other individual is neither benefited nor harmed, or it means it is neutral. And in commensalism there are some examples. The first one is pilot fish. Pilot fish, it is carnivorous commensal and it always accompanies shark without getting attached with shark. Without getting attached with shark. The pilot fish, it is carnivorous commensal. It always accompanies shark without getting attached with shark. And this pilot fish usually it feeds on falling pieces of food when shark eating its prey. And second example is suckerfish. And suckerfish also attached with under surface of shark. Suckerfish also it is attached to under surface of shark with the help of fin of suckerfish. The fin of suckerfish usually act as hold fast, and suckerfish usually it gets free riding, and it itself detached from shore when it getting food. And third example is jackals. Jackals always follows tiger or lion. So after preying of tiger or lion, and the remaining food material usually feed by jackals. Here this organism is beneficial, it is neither benefited nor harmed. And one more best example is epiphytes. So what are epiphytes? The plants which grow on branches of big trees. The plants which grow on branches of big trees are called epiphytes. Are usually orchids. Orchids usually they grow on branches of big tree like mango. And orchids get shelter. Nutritionally they are independent, but they get shelter from the branches of big trees like mango. Here orchids are beneficial and mango is neutral. And barnacles, one more example is barnacles, usually they are attached, or usually they are present on vent on whale. The back side of whale usually they get attached. And one more examples are cattles. Some different types of cattle. The close relation between different types of cattle is also one of the example for commensalism. This is the another interspecific interaction. And next one is proto-cooperation. Next interspecific interaction is proto-cooperation. Proto-cooperation. So it is an interaction between two individuals. Here it is an interaction between two individuals of different species in which both are mutually beneficial. Both organisms are mutually beneficial, but they can separately from each other. They can live separately from each other. Examples for proto-cooperation is bird with crocodile. When you will see, when crocodile open the mouth, then bird will come, and bird feeding on leeches which are stuck in the teeth of crocodile. One more example is bird with single horn rhino. And usually birds they feed on lices present in rhino, and rhino gets clear its skin. So both organisms get beneficial, but after the beneficial both organisms get separated. And last interspecific interaction, that is mutualism. Mutualism is also known as symbiosis. It is also called symbiosis. Mutualism, it is also an interaction between two individuals of different species in which both species are mutually beneficial. Species A and species B both are mutually beneficial, and they cannot live without each other. and always both organisms they get together. When they get together, both are mutually beneficial. Such type of interaction is known as mutualism. For mutualism, some examples are lichens. So what is lichens? It is mutual relationship between algae and fungi. Algae and fungi. The relationship between algae and fungi is known as lichens. Here, algae and fungi both are mutually beneficial. How? Algae is photosynthetic. It makes food material. So fungi obtain food from algae, and algae obtain shelter. It obtains shelter from fungi. So both are mutually beneficial. So it is one of the example for mutualism. And second one is mycorrhiza. So what is mycorrhiza? It is mutual relationship between roots of higher plants and fungi. Some members of fungi. Here, roots of higher plants they obtain minerals from fungi, and fungi obtain shelter and food from roots of higher plants, and this type of relationship is known as mycorrhiza. And one more example is nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation, roots of legumes and coralloid roots of cycas and aquatic fern plant, that is azula. All these plants they usually harbor nitrogen fixing bacteria, that is rhizobium. So rhizobium bacteria present in roots of legumes, coralloid roots of cycas and fern plant. And rhizobium bacteria it able to convert dinitrogen into useful forms. Here the roots of cycas and azula they get useful form of nitrogen from rhizobium, and rhizobium gets shelter and food from these roots of these plants. So this mutualistic relationship is known as mutualism or symbiosis. And one more example for mutualism, that is termites and flagellates. Termites usually they feed on wood, but they do not have cellulosic digesting enzymes, and cellulosic digesting enzymes contain flagellates, and flagellates get shelter from termites, and this mutualistic relationship is also known as symbiosis. But the most fascinating example for mutualism, that is the relationship between plants and animals. For example, the many species of fig plants, they are pollinated by only wasps. They do not pollinate with other insects. And wasp also, the female wasp, usually the female wasp, it is used as fruits of fig plants not only for oviposition of its eggs, and also used as it is the site for releasing of eggs, and these eggs also get nourishment for developing its larvae. So for developing larvae it gets nutrition from the fruits of fig plants, and it also used as fruits of fig plant as a oviposition site. And these fig plants pollinate only by wasps, not by other insects or other animals. And one more example is some of the Mediterranean orchids like Ophrys. And this Ophrys actually it employs sexual deceit, and one of the petal of this flower, the petal of Ophrys flower, it carrying uncanny resemblance of female bee. Then male bee actually it cause pseudocopulates. Pseudocopulation, it means pseudocopulation occurs in bees, and pollination in Ophrys occurs by bees. And this relationship is also one of the example for mutualism. The relationship between fig wasp and Ophrys and bees, and it is nothing but co-evolution. So co-evolution always leads to co-extinction of one species. Without wasp, fig plant unable to pollinate. Without fig plant, wasp unable to get its food. Like that, Ophrys also it do not get pollinate without bees. And male bees without get pseudocopulation. So male bee may be unable to get pseudopopulation without off-race, and this evolution is known as coevolution. Coevolution also leads to co-extinction of various species. So these are the various types of interspecific interactions. From this video, organisms and population chapter is totally completed.